mother prep like shit was sweet. No, nigga, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. I don't like this lady. I don't want to be around her. Like, she's annoying. Why the fuck is you calling her? You like doing all that extra shit? She trying to fight me again. Hey babies, it's Dior back at it again with another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be different. Today going to be a story time. Tonight is the night where I do a story time because what happened? I'm going to be telling y'all about the time I ran away from New York to Baltimore. And I've really been procrastinating to do this story time because I just didn't know how to really explain it. And yeah. So I'm going to give y'all a backstory on why I lived in New York in the first place. So around 2018, it was 8th grade graduation. I remember this day like it was yesterday, bro. I swear to God, on my life. 8th grade graduation, it was my mom, my Aunt Tabby, my Aunt Tammy, and my little sister. If I can find a picture of 8th grade graduation, I'm going to put that shit up somewhere on the screen. 8th grade graduation, I remember my mother saying that, oh, after you graduate, you're coming with me the next day. So I'm just hurt. I'm so hurt, y'all, because I did not want to live with my mother. Like, at the time, me and my mom, we had our relationship was in. Some days it was like, oh, peace and cream. And another day it was like, oh, I don't like this lady. I don't want to be around her. Like, she's annoying. That's really how it was. I remember me and her was going back and forth through the text messages. Like, I'm telling her, like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. She's like, yes, the fuck you are. Or something. It was something, and I can't really remember her words, but it was something in between those lines. So I remember I was at this apartment, and I told my grandmother, y'all, when I tell you I packed my stuff, and I went to my friend's house, and the way the apartment is set up, it's you can come in the apartment one way, and then it's you can get out another way. Like, it's two exits. So my mom was coming in from the right hand side, and my mom was driving this way to the left hand side. So as we driving out, I look back and I could see my mom car coming in, but my mom didn't see us. So that was perfect. I was telling mama, like, that's mommy car right there. Like, mama was speeding, foot was on the gas. Promise you, foot was on the gas. So then I went to my homegirl house. I'm not gonna say what homegirl it is, but she know. I went to her house, spent the night over her house. My mother was looking for me. She's everywhere. She was going to every friend house, bro. Every friend house, every family member house. She was all around the city, all around Baltimore City. I swear to God. So at the time, me and this one girl, we still close. I'm gonna call her Teacup. Me and Teacup, we were so close. We were so close. She was outside the Teacup house. The next morning, y'all. The next morning. I don't know how she found out I was there or how she thought in her mind, like, let me sit outside this little girl, homegirl house. She was outside Teacup house for hours. Hours. Me and Teacup sitting on the couch just looking like, well, my mother really outside. She not leaving until I go with her, bro. And I don't want to go with her, bro. So, after she stayed out there for hours, she eventually left my homegirl house. She came back here. Now, when she came back here, my grandmother said, my mother banging on the door. Banging, banging, boom, 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 boom. She like, Anisha! 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 Just steady calling my name, thinking I'm in here. Whole time I'm at Teacup house, on the couch crying with Teacup because I didn't want to go. My grandmother eventually opened the door, like, you know, let her know, like, Anisha not in here, Anisha not in here, like, but you can step on my house. So my mother steady pushing her, trying to get in. Mama, like, she ain't go like this. My mother said she went like this, but mama elbowed her, like, mushed her, you know, out the doorway. And then my mother was like, You push me? You put your hands on me? You put your hands on me? Being extra, that the extra lady that my mother is. The police got involved. The police came here saying that I gotta go with my mom because my dad is in jail. At the time, he was in jail, so that's the only legal guardian. And I was like 14. Yeah, I was 14. I was 14, so I couldn't make my own decision yet to say where I do and do not want to live, so I had to go with her. So the first couple months living in New York, it was pretty rocky. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It was really rocky because I was going through a lot. I was really depressed and all that. Like my dad in jail. I'm living with my mom. It's kind of strange, and I'm living with my mom. You know, still my mother, still love her, but it was just so weird. Let me clear this up now. When I say weird, I mean at that time, the last time I lived with my mother, it was like second grade. So, you know, it was weird just seeing her every day again. Before somebody be like, how is it weird living with your mother? Da da da. No, it was just weird because the last time I was living with her was second grade. So, yeah. So, ninth grade, it was cool. You know, me and my mother, we was arguing here and there. I had a little boyfriend at the time. He stayed down here. And I was all, you know how you so fake in love. Oh yeah, baby, I miss you and I want to see you and blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. Pillow talking. Thought I was in love, but I wasn't. You know that dumb love, young dumb love. What that shit get into, but we ain't gonna get into that. So boom, ninth grade, it was cool for real. It was kind of weird being around other people that's not from Baltimore, cause New York people, I ain't gonna lie, New York people was cool as shit. New York people was actually cool as shit. But you know, I'm new. I'm not a social person. So if I don't know nobody, oh, I ain't saying nothing for real. I ain't saying nothing at all. 10th grade, this one shit gets sticky. This one shit gets wicked. So one day, I don't know, I don't really remember what really happened for real. What led up to that situation. But I remember I kept telling myself, the moment I moved to New York, I kept telling myself, I'm not staying here the whole 4 years of high school. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing it. And I had that in my mind since day one. So the week before COVID hit, me and my mom got into some bad argument. We got into some bad argument. I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember what led up to this argument, but it was a bad ass argument. And I remember I was sitting on the floor. I was sitting on the floor, wrapping my hair up. I think I just came home from school. Yeah, I just came home from school. I'm sitting on the floor, wrapping my hair up. And I think she told me to do something, and I didn't want to do it at the time. When your parents tell you to do something and you don't do it on their time, oh yeah, they mad as shit. They're mad as fuck, because it's like, oh, you don't want to get up? They ready to get rowdy. So my mother got rowdy or whatever. And I'm talking back to her. I'm like, I don't gotta do nothing. Like, I'm just mumbling shit to myself, thinking she can't hear me the whole time she can. She run over to where I'm sitting at on the floor.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Say this is the bobby pins, right? She's knocked that shit like this and like mush my head or something. Who the fuck you talking to? Da, 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 da. Just going off. So, you know me, I'm mad as fuck. I ain't mad as fuck, because why the fuck are you hitting my stuff, making a fucking mess? And why the fuck are you mushing my head? Are you dumb? So I'm talking back to her like, don't touch me. Don't do that. Why is you doing all that? Why is you doing all that? You really doing too much. You really doing too much. Just going crazy. Going crazy. Okay? Going crazy. You know how when you argue and you really talking back to your parents, they say how they gonna smack the shit out you and they'll beat the shit out you. Da, 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 da. So I thought I was big and bad. I stood up. She said she was going to beat the shit out of me, so I wanted to see her put on. I wanted to see her put on. You want to beat me? I want you to beat me. I want you to beat me. You feel me? So we get to fighting or whatever. I'm 15. My mother is 36. I think she's 36. At the time, she had to be like 34, 32, 30 something. We get to fighting. So we fighting. She got my hair. She just keep grabbing my hair. I'm really not trying to hit her because this is my mom. Like, I don't want to hit her like she's some bitch off the street. So I'm really just steady trying to get her off of me, but I'm hitting her, but I ain't really hitting her like she hitting me. Like, oh shit, my phone. She got my hair. She hitting me. I'm hitting her. We fighting. So she finally let me go or whatever. I'm heated. Cause like I just fought my mother and then you pulling my hair. I don't like when people pull my hair. Like, don't pull my hair. And at the time, y'all, my hair was dumb long. Dumb stupid long, bro. I swear to God, my life, I swear. My hair was dumb long, you feel me? So after that, what happened? After we fought, she on the phone with my aunt like, oh, she thinks she grown. She thinks she big and bad. So I slapped her ass. I'm screaming like, you didn't do shit. You didn't do shit. You ain't do shit. You ain't do shit. I'm screaming like, I'm living. Like, you want to tell? Like, first of all, why is you calling telling her that we fought? Like, what? Like, why you hype that you fought your child? Why you hype right now, bro? She calling everybody, and then everybody trying to say, oh, Nay, calm down. No. Why the fuck is you calling everybody doing all that extra shit, nigga? No. I was mad as fuck, y'all. Like, I'm cussing. Fuck you, bitch. That was real disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. I was really going hard in the paint. Like, now that I really look back at that shit, that was real disrespectful, but I was hurt. So then, after she got off the phone with calling everybody in the damn universe, she tried to fight me again. I ain't even trying to fight you. Like, I was over it. I was over that shit, bro. So, when she fought me, I ain't gonna lie. I had a necklace. It was her necklace. I ripped that shit off my neck, threw that shit out the window. Everything she bought me, or everything that was hers, I threw that shit out the window. She know I did it too. Before your ex, do she know that I did it? Yes. She knew I threw that shit out the window. I didn't care. I was messing up everything of hers because I was mad. So then, after we fought, it humbled me. I ain't gonna lie. It humbled the death out of me because, like, I just fought my mother. I don't want to live here. I already don't want to live here. You gonna fight me? We went to her boyfriend's house. Or whatever. And we spent the night. Now we ready to get to the juicy part. Grab your popcorn, because this one is about to get real. You feel me? It was July 16th. It was around like 9:30 at night. And we spent the night over her boyfriend's house for a while. For probably like, I say like 2 days. We spent the night over there for like 2 days tops. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. And a week before that, I was practicing how to open my mother's door without anybody hearing the little click. So the door she had, it was like, it'll make a click noise every time you opened it. So I would sit there and practice for a week straight how to open the door without the click noise, you know, letting people know that somebody's opening the door. And during that week, I remember calling my grandmother, calling my uncle. Yeah, my grandma, my uncle. Yeah. I don't remember who I was calling, but I know it was my grandma and my uncle. And I remember calling them like, what would you do if I ran away and came down there with y'all? And they was like, don't do that. That's very dangerous. And I don't want nothing to happen to you. She might call the police. Da, 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 da. So I convinced them to go back to my mom's house. I convinced them, instead of spending the night at his house for the third day, we gonna go to my mom's house. I'm gonna show y'all how to put on. You wanna put your hands on me? You wanna play with me? I got something for you. And my dad came home. My dad came home like 2019 going into 2020. I'm tripping. So my dad was home when I came down here. So I convinced my mom and her boyfriend, A, to come back to my mom's house. I'm in my head like, yeah, tonight is the night that I'm leaving this bitch. And I'm not coming back. I don't care about the circumstances. I don't care about the consequences. I'm leaving this bitch. My mama cooked a nice ass meal too. I wish I took some leftovers, bro. I swear. I wish I took some leftovers. But I was so in a hurry to leave. I ain't even worried about eating. But I ate good before I left. I ain't gonna lie. I ate good before I left. She cooked a nice little seafood salad, chicken. I asked her to cook all the shit I liked before I left. It came down to Baltimore City. Because what happened? But we ate or whatever. And my mom and A was asleep. And my sister was asleep. No, my sister was up. Because I told my sister that I'm leaving. And that shit really crushed her. That shit really crushed her, bro. I swear that shit crushed her. So my mom and A was in the bed asleep. I double checked to see if they was really asleep. Like, put the flashlight on them. You know, like, over top them like this, yo. I swear to God. Over top of them like this. I had to make sure they was asleep. Dead body. I packed all my stuff. Like, I packed all my clothes. I was folding my clothes on the bed. My mother before she went to bed, she thought I was just folding my clothes, put them up in the little dresser. And, I was ready to go to bed. No, I'm leaving, Books. I'm leaving. I called Teacup and her mom. I'm like, yo, I'm running away today. I'm not staying here no more. I don't want to be here no more. I don't care. Just venting. And they were shocked because they didn't really think I was going to do it. Feel me? Put all my clothes in a suitcase and put all my shoes in the duffel bag. Put in a duffel bag, and after I double checked to see that my mom and A was asleep, I told my sister, like, I'm leaving. I'm going to Baltimore. I love you. I gave her $20. That's all I had at the time. I said, I'm leaving. I love you. Don't tell mommy. Don't get up and tell mommy when I leave. I wrote a letter to my mother saying, Mommy, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Baltimore to live with my dad. I don't want to be here no more. Love you. And I left it on the kitchen counter right by the fridge. And we had a dog, Milo. Now, if you know Milo, when you open that door, he barks. But for some reason, he did not bark this day. Kudos to Milo. He did not bark this day. Probably because he was still a little baby, so he didn't really have no, urge to bark. I grabbed all my shit, put my outfit on. I had on a black sweater shirt and these black and white sweatpants and my gray foam runners. Foam runners? Did I just say foam runners? My gray, I don't remember what shoes they were, bro. But it was not foam runners. It was foam something, but definitely not foam runners. I thought I had my mother do my hair and bro, I had my mother prep like shit was sweet. No, nigga, I'm leaving. I'm not coming back. Fuck you talk about. I walked out, took a deep breath before I did this shit, because if she would have caught me sneaking out, shit, it would have been raps. I probably would have got my ass whooped. I walked out the house and shut the door slowly. And I ran down the hallway. Got on the elevator, called a lift. Called a Lyft. Took a Lyft to the bus station. I kept saying I took the train. I ain't take the fucking train. I took a Lyft to the bus station. A train would take forever to come. Like, it was the middle of the night. It was the next train was probably gonna come till 5 a.m. No, I needed to be gone. Got to the bus station. Cleared. Nobody questioned me or nothing. Got on the bus. Cool. My mother ain't say nothing to me. She didn't know I was gone yet. So it's like 5 a.m. I left around like 2, 3. No, I left at 1:30 in the morning. It was exactly 1:30 in the morning. Like I said, I was on the Greyhound bus. Sleep. Dead body. Sleep. I get a phone call. My phone blowing up. Phone blowing up. It is my mom. I'm not answering because I already know what the fuck she already say. Oh, where you at? Just going dumb, going crazy. She called my dad. 5 a.m. She called my dad. Meet where they at. My dad just waking up. He like, what you mean where they at? She should be with you. She's like, she not here. She left a note saying she running away. She coming down there with you. My dad heated. You 16, running away. My dad called me. Nay, where you at? On the bus. On the bus where? Coming to Baltimore. The thing he said was, she gonna call the police on me. She gonna call the police on me. My dad literally just got home. You know when you just get home, nigga, you don't want to be around no cops. You don't want to be around no cops. So that's the first thing that came to his head. Like, she already called the police on me, and they would make you go back. I ain't gonna lie to you. She ain't even call the police. She ain't call the police. After my dad knows, confirmed that I'm back, I'm coming down Baltimore. I get to Baltimore like 7 a.m. My dad told me to call him when I get here. Called him when I got there. Got me a lift to the house. I immediately hugged my dad. Like, my dad home. You know when your parents just got out of jail or whatever the case may be, you just happy to be in their presence, you had to be in their arms. I didn't even cry, y'all. I was just so relieved for him to be home. He gave me a little pep talk telling me, like, that was wrong, that you did that, but you're safe, I'm glad you're safe and all that, but, like, don't do that shit again. Like, don't try no goofy shit like that again. So we go in the room, tell mama that I'm here. And mama was shocked because, like I said, I was just telling y'all, I was on the phone with her, asking her, like, how would you feel if I ran away? And mama was just telling me, don't do that shit. But I did it anyway because I don't give a fuck. I don't listen to nobody. Came down here. Everything was cool. My mother cut my phone off. I had an iPhone 7 Plus at the time. My mother cut my phone off. And yeah, I ain't have a phone. My phone was off for like a whole summer. The whole summer. I ain't get a new phone until 10th grade going into 11th grade. And if I could find a TikTok, I'm gonna find a TikTok and I'm gonna put it in this video. But of me, literally the morning of getting down here doing a TikTok of relief in this house, this apartment. So boom, me and my mother was beefing. For a while. We was beefing for a year. I ain't talked to her. She ain't talked to me. She ain't tell me happy birthday. I ain't tell her happy birthday. I ain't get no Christmas gift. I ain't get shit. She was mad as fuck because I left. Like, I just didn't want to be there. Like, I didn't want to be there. So let's get into the messages. Let me pull up the messages right now for y'all. My mom texted me on Instagram, saying slick shit to me, and I'm saying slick shit to her. So I only got half of the messages, so bear with me. She was like, since you don't want to live here, you're going to have to stay at a foster home per New York laws or jail. So this is me talk to my mom. I'm like, I definitely don't, dumbass. I could choose where I want to live at. Thanks. And she like, we gonna see. Then I said, nobody want to live in New York. She said, these messages for court. Mind y'all, she never took me to court because you can't force me to be somewhere if I don't want to be there. You just can't do that. Like, ain't no way around that. You feel me, bro? Like, ain't no way around that. I'm waiting for the police to come get the report on a license plate that picked you up. So I said, stupid. She said, them cameras work. Whoever it is, they going to jail. So, remember I told you how I took a Lyft. She kept thinking one of my family members came up to New York and picked me up and drove me back home. Now, how dumb would they be to do some shit like that? How dumb could they be to do some goofy shit like that, nigga? So then she like, jail face, jail face, jail face, because she thinking, somebody going to jail. Girl, ain't nobody going to jail. Nobody going to jail. And I'm like, you a dick eater. Now you want to be all about blank. He don't want you, bitch. He never did. You talk so much shit about him, but in his face, dumbass lady. And she like, everyone know he crazy. I'm like, I don't care. She like, he been crazy. Talk about my dad. Because my dad had some heavy charges at the time. And she would literally sit there and, send his mugshot. She would look him up on case search and send his mugshot and his charges, make it seem like he just some crazy ass nigga. And he's not no crazy ass nigga that bothers people. Like, she used to just do that shit all the time. And then, she was like, you a little ass girl who follow behind people who can't think for herself. I said, I could think for myself. I left by myself, dumbass. Shut the fuck up. She like, you did not. She said, and then I'm like, I'm not anything to you. She like, lies. I said, I packed and left by myself. You mad I don't want to be with you. But, yeah, yo, we was going at it. We was going at it. Because it's like, if I don't want to be there, bro, I don't gotta be there. If you don't want to be somewhere, you ain't gonna sit there and stay there, right? Right? You're gonna figure out a solution. Excuse me. You're gonna figure out a solution how the fuck to go somewhere else where you comfortable and not tensed up all the goddamn time. Because I was definitely tensed up a lot. All that back and forth and all that arguing. She was commenting on my pictures on Instagram. She was even commenting on YouTube videos. I swear I wish I still had them screenshots, bro. She was commenting hella shit on my YouTube videos, bro. That said hella smart shit. I kept deleting that shit. Like, cause why are you sitting here doing all that? Like, if I'm ignoring you and I'm blocking you constantly, stop trying to get in contact. You feel me? Me personally, once I block somebody, don't hit me up no more. You're blocked for a reason. Don't figure out a solution to block me because I blocked you for a reason and I'm going to keep fucking blocking you. You feel me? Yeah, she was commenting stuff under my YouTube videos, under my pictures. I just kept deleting them, just brushing that shit off. I didn't want to deal with it. Like, you know, my mother, she's toxic, but she cool sometimes. You know, some days she just angry at the world and she just want to just cuss everybody out about shit in the past or whatever the case may be. And then some days she's jolly and she being a mom. But she's always a mom. Like, she's always going to be a mom. I can never take that from her. She's always going to be a mom. But some days she was jolly and, you know, nice as shit. You feel me? So, you don't really know. When you wake up, you don't know if you're going to get the mad side of her or the nice side of her. Like, she like a goddamn scale. So, we talked for a while. I ain't gonna lie, it hurted a little bit because, you know, you might want to be for your mom. Your mom is supposed to be the one you run to when you got problems. And, you know, that's your mom. That's the person who made you. The person who brought you in this world. Like, the person who made you who you are today. Like, you feel me? So, I was low-key hurt that, you know, that me and her was beefing and we fought. I was low-key hurt about all that. But I had to sit here and move past that shit. You feel me? And she would always put me out as the bad person. And I'm not a bad person, you feel me? Everybody has feelings. Everybody has the right to feel how they feel. But if I don't want to be somewhere, I'm not going to stay there. Like, I'm just not going to do it. After all that shit happened, I remember I called Teacup, like, yeah, Teacup, I'm in Baltimore now. I'm FaceTiming her off the Wi-Fi in the house, like, showing her that I'm in the house, la, la, la. She shocked. She shocked. Her mom shocked, because nobody thought I was going to do that shit, y'all. Like, I don't like being by myself. That's one thing. I don't like traveling by myself at night. I get paranoid so easily, y'all. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't care. At night, paranoid. I don't care. I had to put on my big girl pants and fucking do what I gotta do, bro. Like, I just had to. Talking to Teacup, telling Teacup what's going on, blah, blah, blah. Bang. Saw Teacup, went to Teacup house. It was back to the old days. Going outside all day until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Going out, walking down a block, just doing whatever. Like, the summer was cool as shit. I was at my grandmother's house, doing it up. Like, I don't want to. That shit was crazy. Doing it up for nothing. Then, this was still COVID, because I remember 11th grade year, it was online. It was virtual. It was virtual. Me and my mom she's still harassing me here and there. She's still harassing me here and there. I'm still brushing it off because, again, you're my mom. I don't want to be for you. Like, you a bitch on the street, because you're not a bitch on the street. You're my mom. My mom's a Cancer. Let me just put that out there. My mom's a Cancer. Cancers, they're fucking evil. They're evil. I don't care. I never met a Cancer that's a sweetheart. My mom's a Cancer, and she's evil as shit. When she mad, oh yeah, she's gonna get her get back. She's gonna get her get back for sure. She's a Cancer. She crazy. She crazy, bro. Like, nah. And I remember when she came down Baltimore, it was weird. The first time I was around her after all that shit happened, it was weird. I was so uncomfortable. Like, I couldn't really look at her the same at the time, because, like, damn, you my mom. And we just went through all this. Like, I was hurt. Looking back at that shit, I wish I took the situation differently, instead of just running away without communicating with my mom. Like, oh, can we make up a plan now that my dad's home for me to live back in Baltimore? Don't run away from home. Do not run away from home, because it's not good. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Don't do that shit. You know, if you're going through something, talk to somebody. Find a solution. Now, if they beating on you, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there if they beating on you. But they not beating on you, it ain't that bad. If they just yapping out the mouth, don't run. Don't be stupid like me. But what I can say, I came far. You know, I'm working. I'm in college now. I'm 19 years old. I'm doing good for myself. You feel me? So it's a good side about all this shit. Like, I'm cool. I'm happy. I'm not depressed. You know, I'm not none of that stuff. So I'm in a good space right now in life. But that definitely was a traumatic ass experience. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed talking to y'all about it. Like, it's kind of crazy. I might do more story times, you know, once I'm comfortable with this. For real. You know, that extra stuff. I love y'all so much. We on the road to 200 subscribers. Right now, we at 154, so we almost there. Get me there, please. Like, what? Like, come on, y'all. Like, we besties. Y'all my besties. Like, I was calling y'all my babies. No, y'all my besties. We locked in. Tight like a booty hole. Do y'all see that? Somebody done stole my money on Monopoly. I gotta get on. Gotta get on right now. That's it for today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share this with your mother, your father, your auntie, your grandmother, your grandpappy, your teachers, everybody that you know. Share this with everybody. Let them know it's lit over here. Cause if you're not with me, who you with? You ain't with nobody. If you ain't with a nation, then who you with? Nobody. What? Stop playing. Gang.